Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njeru. Now today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here that any other time we have a man on board, that man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. And because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeru. In the Ruairu bypass, I'm headed to Thika because I am going to air the story of a very unusual man. The man is 55 years old. He's a single man, and for the people who love Wazungus, this is a man who is a Mzungu. A Mzungu is a white man for starters, and he's 55. He is coming from Canada, and he's looking for a woman who is also single and searching. So I want you to listen carefully so that if you're able to meet the criteria, you can throw your application. I told you that anytime I bring a single person on the show, this is free. You are not supposed to pay for anything. So when I give out the contact out there, you can make a decision of whether to call or not. But these contacts usually expire within 24 hours. So you see why I usually encourage people to subscribe and enable the notification bell, because every other time you are subscribed and you have enabled the notification bell, and I have released a video like this one, then YouTube automatically notifies you, and at your free time you can pick the contact before it expires. So much of that, and you will not have to ask for the contact when they have expired. So his name is Christopher, and Christopher, nimesahau hiyo jina ingine. I have been having so many Wazungus on the show. I have forgotten the other name, but he's coming from Canada, Toronto. Toronto is Canada's capital. He is in Thika, in a place called Section 9, and Section 9 is just next to Absa Bank, the former Barclays Bank. That is where I am headed right now, and he is single and searching. He is a divorced man. For starters, if you interact with people who are single, in maybe Australia, the UK, the US, New Zealand, those people, there is something about them that makes it, it's a bump. So there is something about those people that cannot be disputed. Their marriage is more of a contract. Their marriage is more of come we try. Their marriage is something like, we can try this. If this thing works out, well and good. If it doesn't, you did your part, I did mine. No strings attached. So when somebody is divorced and they are coming from those countries, it doesn't carry as much weight as when it comes to an African country. In most cases, both parties, before they divorce, before people in Africa, before people in Kenya decide to part ways, I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, they have tried to explore their avenues. They have tried all it takes, but it has turned out that they cannot be compatible. That marriage is dead on arrival. You understand? So on today's show, I'm having Mr. Christopher, who is divorced, and his wife of 5 years divorced him, and he has been single for a very long time, more than 20 years, according to him. And they have a daughter. They have a grown daughter. The daughter is married. He has a grandkid, and they are not ties. So in countries like the US, that's why if you encounter somebody who has worked in a station where maybe they take care of aged people or old people, they will tell you that kuna watu wanaendaga US wanatupa mzazi. if the children are very busy and they cannot be able to attend, their parents, that's what they will do. They will just leave the parents to a caretaking house, a caretaking company, just like that. So hawananga ties, hawezi maliza siku 2-3 kama hujapigia mzazi. We are not speaking about the US. We are not speaking about the maybe UK, Canada and the likes. So the cultures are completely different. Now let's take a look at what he is and what he is looking for, because that is what determines whether or not you are going to choose him, you are going to contact him. Because at the end of the day, I am going to post his contacts here so that as many as of those who are interested can be able to call him or write to him, and then they will decide on whether the relationship will proceed. One, he is looking for a woman who is between the ages of 50, get me right, 50 and 38. So if you are anywhere between the ages of 38 and 50, this is your ideal candidate. Nasikianga utu tubampu tudogo tunakonga tuwakuamsha dereva. Dereva anaweza kuwa na sinzia, so that's why we are having some of these two bumps. Now, that is the kind of man I am talking about. He is looking for a woman who is between 38 and 50. This woman has to be officially divorced, just like him, because he has the papers. The woman has to be officially divorced, not a casual separation. I hope you understand what a casual separation is. A casual separation is where people did not agree and they decided to part ways, but sooner or later maybe they can decide to join hands. You know, they can decide to reunite. He's looking for somebody who has made up their mind that it is done, and preferably somebody who has never been married before, somebody who could be a widow, somebody who could be, he doesn't have a problem with children, okay? And if that woman, this is what he is doing. He is working in Kenya, and he is working with a consortium company. And while he is in Kenya, he is looking for somebody who either can come back to the country if that person is out there, or that person is willing to be flexible. Flexible in the sense that the person can also travel, the person can also move out of the country. Are we together? So I am going to bring him live on air, and then as many as of those who are interested, I told you that we do not control who gets who. That's why mimi nikileta mtu napeana namba zake out there, so that those who want to contact the person can have the freedom of choice. I hope you are not affected by the wind. It's a sunny windy day in Nairobi, and ukiwa umeshika hii bypass ya Ruiru, we are headed to Thika, and if there will be no traffic in the Thika, on the Thika super highway, we will be arriving there in the next 30 or 40 minutes. Now, I am convinced that we have good people. I don't want to say he is looking for a good person. Everybody is a good person. And I am convinced that he is looking for somebody they can be able to ride. One, he understands that people who are between the ages of 38 and 40 would also be in a situation whereby they cannot be able to get more kids. Maybe that person has a child or children already. Maybe that person cannot be able to get more children. Are you getting the point? So that person does not have to condemn themselves if they cannot be able to get more children. However, if this person can be able to get kids, well and good. If this person is